All right. Today, Funtime Friday. We got a packed house today. We got the studios jammed up. We got a bunch of wonderful. It's what is the date? April 11th. April 11th.
National Pet Day.
National Pet Day. It's a big thing. Pat, you want to lay it out there? Some hit the target. We got Michael Longo sitting there. Bam! He hits it, throws the camera off. We're done for the day. I mean, where can you go on live TV like we are?
You have dogs,
and
flowers, guns shooting off.
Guns shooting off, dogs, flowers. I'm actually going to go over to the second camera.
Yeah, a bunch of people
are in the studio. The dog's running around. This is National Pet Day. It just does not get any
Becker Custom Builders
than what we're doing right now.
Watching. Shout out to Aaron, Debbie Scott.
We got a bunch of people. Yeah,
my mom.
We need to break some records today. We need a lot of
Free
comments.
Flower Friday.
We need
let's roll into it.
Yeah,
Free Flower Friday.
We're
giving away this beautiful
Flower Friday
bouquet
from Naples, Florida design. Michael Longo is here. Michael, just tell us what's it like being at the studio. Give us a little bit of a.
This is definitely something different for me. I normally don't step out into these podcast world, but this is beautiful. I love the studio. Love the fact that you rent it out and that we can certainly come in here and explore the different aspects of a business and a different way to advertising. Yeah.
And we're going to give this beautiful bouquet away today.
We got this bouquet, and we're going to give it away today. Now, listen, everybody's got to listen up. Debbie, welcome on there. We got to bring in a few people up here.
Morning,
Good
Corey.
Morning. We got to give our props. Blake Becker, he wants to be here.
I know we're missing.
Aaron's on. Look at that. We've got a lot of people today. Corey, good morning. What's up, Debbie?
Shout out,
Sharka's
Aaron,
on.
Lux
always good. And we got the dog running around. It's always good. But hey, listen. This is what we're gonna do.
We're having a contest.
We're gonna bring it up real quick. I'm gonna bring up the flowers. Right there's Michael and Naples Floral.
Florida, Naples
design.
Florida design.
And go ahead. You want me to?
No, you said.
Yeah.
You came up with the contest.
To win this beautiful flower arrangement today.
And if you're in the area, you might even get it delivered for free.
Yes, we're gonna try to get it to you for free if we can. We might charge you a huge fee, but for the delivery. But Michael has donated this. Now, how you can win in the comments? The first person who gets this right gets the flowers delivered to them. And here is what we're gonna do to win this flowers. The first person that can tell us in the comments who Pat Jira's Superman crush is going to win these flowers. So if you know Pat Jira, he's got a lot of people in his life, but he does have several man crushes. But the number one man crush, you need to put it in the comments. That has to be there. Okay,
I'm definitely curious.
Full disclaimer.
Full disclaimer. And it doesn't matter if you are Pat. It's all right. It's
okay.
time.
Yeah,
it is time. It is time that you want to. Hey, Deb, she put that on there. Good to see everybody. And I can't believe no one's got it yet.
It's not Tim Jira.
Chickabee, what's up? And it's not me. I'm kind of disappointed. It's not me. And I was told earlier that it's not Blake Becker.
It's not Blake Becker as much as I love Blake.
Anymore. I think there's something a little bit weird about that. But who? We can't.
He got.
I don't know, man. I don't know if we give it to him. What do we do with this one?
He got it.
I mean, he got it. I guess he can send off some. Flowers
for your wife.
Yeah, so
Blake's got a really good guess there, and that's probably accurate. However, I don't think Blake needs the flowers. A beautiful thing was I was by Blake's studio the other day, and I brought his mom a bouquet because she's an awesome woman. So if you haven't met her, you should.
She is. Shout out to Mama Julie Becker. She's amazing.
Yeah, she's awesome.
And Blake will probably just donate them, so they'll go to a good cause. Blake, you need flowers for your wife. So.
Yeah, we'll it's easy delivery over there too. So yeah, thank you so much. But yeah, let's see what all the answers are. Lois jumped right in, and she got them.
Lois obvious?
Lois says,
yeah, I'm not gay,
but I heard
heard
too much about that situation last night. I need flowers for my wife. Yes, we got that. We got it. Chickabee, she got it too. So yeah.
She got Patrick Dearborn.
I think Pat Dearborn must be smiling from ear to ear.
Yeah, Pat Dearborn.
Everybody's
or he'll never hang out with me again.
Yeah. Oh, now we have this little thing, a little running thing, and we love Pat Dearborn, right? But we got a little running joke that we have here in the studio, and our big thing is how long. Let's go and bring it up. How long can Pat Jira go without saying or mentioning the name Pat Dearborn on the show?
Now?
Starting, yeah, we got to do it now, right?
So I got to do a whole show?
Starting now, yeah. You got to do a whole show without saying Pat Dearborn. Can you do it?
I'll try.
I mean, it's going to be tough.
Can I mention 50 Cent at least? I mean, this is going to be hard.
Well, 50 Cent, you got to... Pat, yeah, you can mention 50 Cent.
I think I could go a whole show, especially I got to jump off here for a little bit, so might be able to pull it off today.
Can Pat Jira go a whole show without mentioning Pat Dearborn? That's going to be a big question.
It's going to be tough.
I got $5 on it. I got $5, and anybody thinks that he can do it, please jump on. You know, yeah.
Chickabee says 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Can't fight the feeling, Pat Jira. I can't fight this feeling anymore. 30 seconds.
You guys are making this really awkward.
This is really
this is really fun.
This is what you came on the show for, Mike.
I'm wondering what Mr. Dearborn's thinking out there right now. I'm surprised he hasn't chimed in yet.
He's probably sleeping.
He's definitely
up at 5 in the morning.
He videotapes that the night before and puts it on.
He's probably sold 2 houses already this morning.
Michael, real quick, we want to make sure we get you on here and talk a little bit about what you're going on in the community. You were talking a little bit about some of the things you're doing at First Baptist for the kids, I believe, right? For the flowers. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
For everybody that doesn't know, the long-standing tradition at First Baptist Academy is they do something called flowering of the cross. So every year, I usually get 20 or 30 students who come in with their parents the day before, which this will actually take place on Thursday the 17th. And I usually get some parents that will come in and grab a flower and go and let the kids, flower the cross. So I decided this year to partner up with First Baptist, and what we're doing is we're actually going to donate over 500 flowers, and we're going to bring them out to the school and not charge anybody. We're just going to let the parents and the kids go ahead and flower the cross and give Jesus the honor and the glory that he truly deserves.
Amen.
And, everything in my life I attribute to Jesus Christ. So, that church has been so good to me, as well as many churches here in the area. But the kids are just something special, man. I just love to watch their faces as they get out there and they do their thing, and people can take pictures and do their thing. So we're going to step out there on Thursday morning, the 17th, at about 7:30 in the morning, and we're going to deliver about 500 flowers out there for the kids to go ahead and flower the cross. And what a beautiful thing. And I just love the way that the school and the church, honor the Lord and let the kids know how to honor the Lord. So, it's a beautiful thing for me. I love to be part of it, and it's great. This is the first year that we're bringing everything out there. So, we're going to empty the florist and bring it to the church.
Well, Michael, thanks for all you do in the community, and you just do so much. I see you at a lot of events, getting the word out, and it's always nice to have the flowers there, but there's a lot more to it than just flowers. So that's great.
How long you been in business, Mike?
Absolutely. I've been in business over 40 years.
Wow.
We still have another shop in New York City. We've been there since 1979. And we've been here in Florida for over 30 years.
Wow.
And
same location?
We are in the location we're in now is on the corner of Airport Road and Pine Ridge Road in the former Bed Bath & Beyond shopping plaza. And we've been there 15 years.
Okay.
And we're going to keep going. I love this community. This is absolutely Freedom Town, USA. Definitely the best place to live.
Who said that?
It's truly paradise. Can't say it.
I can't say it.
Okay, don't say it. You lose $5.
I didn't say the name. I'm just saying I coined that phrase.
He did. He certainly did. So,
Joe Pavich or Pat Dearborn?
That's definitely
Joe Pavich or Pat Dearborn?
Both.
He almost lost $5. It's a beautiful thing living in this community. I tell you, watching the people come together at all these events, and what a big shout out to Byron Donalds, and watching everybody come out to support him as his opening, and he is going to be our next governor. There's no doubt.
You think?
So I love seeing everybody come out to keep supporting the man. I've known him for a long time. We've been in church together and love his wife, his kids. So watching everybody rally around him in the last few weeks and letting the world know that Naples is on the map. We have the next governor of Florida right here in Naples, Florida.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So we'll have 2 of the last 3 governors who reside in Naples, Florida. Governor Scott and then soon to be Governor Donalds. It's pretty cool.
It's definitely cool. It's a great family, great place. And what he stands for is what I think we all stand for.
Yeah.
And moving forward in this world, and finally, and I do like Donald Trump. I will tell you. So I just got a couple of emails from my farms over in Ecuador letting me know that the tariffs are going to affect them. And I actually have a list of all the countries. And if the flowers come from Europe, it's a 78% tariff that they're putting on them.
Yikes.
If they come from South America, it's only 10%. Different countries, we get flowers from Israel. I get flowers from New Zealand. Every country has a different tariff, and they're passing that on to me. However, we've decided I'm not passing that on to my consumers. Right. We're going to eat that. We're going to eat that right now because I truly believe Donald Trump's plan is going to work. I believe that now we need to start bringing some farms back to America. Let's start growing flowers back here.
Let's make
in
flowers
America.
Great again, Michael.
Amen, Betty. Amen.
Michael, real quick, can the flowers that we have here, because I know in Colombia is real big, right? They export. Can the flowers that we get, what's the percentage that can we actually plant, say, in Florida? Could we plant these in Florida?
We could, a decent amount. And actually now a lot of flowers are grown in greenhouses. The best place in America to really open a farm is Alaska.
Really?
So Alaska is got some great incentives for people to come build greenhouses. They give you the land pretty much tax-free. You just need to employ some local people. And it's really the best place to get flowers from. There's just not enough farms moving out that way. Unfortunately, some of the farms that were in California have diverted to medical marijuana. It's just more profitable than some of the flowers were. So I'm personally hoping.
It's fun, but my law enforcement career, I've never partaked in any of that stuff. But yeah.
So but bringing the farms back to America, it's definitely possible. We could even grow most of that stuff here in Florida. I mean, a lot of tulips and freesia and some of the beautiful flowers are actually grown also in New Jersey and up north at this time of the year. So there are some great greenhouses here in America. And if these other countries want to keep putting tariffs on me, we'll come back to America without a doubt. I would prefer to buy right here in America, 100%. It does cost a little more. Let's face it. We need to pay our people and pay our people well. It doesn't work that way in other countries. Some of these other countries pay their people pennies, and that's why we get the flowers at those costs.
How much is a bouquet like this retail for, Mike?
You're looking at about $75 to $100. Okay. Here you've got hydrangeas, roses, stargazer lilies, Gerber daisies, a little bit of everything in there. And I always, if you haven't seen that, we do free flower Friday. Free Flower Fridays at Naples Floral Design pretty much every week. And usually whoever calls in will give it away. And so it's great to be able to bring it here to 239 Studios
239
and help you guys out. Just love what you're doing.
No, thank you so much. It means the world having it. And
made Blake Becker's Friday.
Yeah,
there you go. Blake's wife is
I think I might need that for my wife, too. I don't know,
Well, there you go. Now that she saw it, you might have to send her something. So I'll be sure to
I know where I'm getting my flowers at.
Mike will make something real pretty for you, Tim.
Make flowers great again.
Making flowers great again.
What's up with that?
One rose and tulip at a time.
Well, we appreciate it, Mike. Thank you so much. Any other stuff you want to add on, Mike? Or are you good?
At this point, we're walking into the end of what we consider season. From here to Memorial Day, we have got events and weddings, along with Mother's Day and Easter coming up.
What's the busiest day at Naples, Florida Design? Because I would think one of three, like it would be Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, or Christmas. Yeah, those would be.
Those are the three biggest. But I will tell you, Mother's Day is the biggest.
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, a lot of people think Valentine's Day is, but not everybody's in love, unfortunately. But there are so many women out there that have that motherly love. Mm-hmm. So even in my neighborhood, I have some of the women on my block that will bring me their leftovers, or make me a little plate for dinner because they know I'm a single guy, and they take my pails in.
Are you a single guy? You're in the flower business. You make pretty flowers. How does Michael Longo not tied up at this point? And also, too, Michael Longo, beard or no beard?
I've had the beard for a few years, so I took the beard off in January, and I kind of like it. I'm going to say it makes me look a little younger. Yeah. I think, I'm 59 years old, but once those grays start coming in on the beard, I don't know.
They have products for that.
So they do.
Yeah.
Patrick,
I can attest to that.
Patrick, a little close up on that.
No,
how's that beard doing
today?
Need
to get it touched up. So.
Get a little color put in there. I did the color thing. I'm not ashamed to say that. When I got too many grays, I had to put a little color in there, but it becomes a little time consuming. So shaving's a lot easier. And I think I'm a pretty guy, so it doesn't matter if I have the beard or not.
That's all that matters.
As long as you feel you're pretty, we're good with that. It's not a bad thing.
Now I just got to find a woman that thinks the same, right?
Well, there you go. Well, you give her flowers every day.
The good thing about having flowers in the store every day is most of the time when I'm with somebody, they don't really want flowers.
I know. They want, you got to
we got to step it up again, It's all about jewelry.
Yeah, that's it.
Did you see Chicopee Clark's comment?
Let me go down. I get past these comments here pretty quick.
She says, looks like I beat Blake with my answer, but since Pat also has a love affair with Blake, not true, I get it why I was looked over.
Chicopee, I think I could probably work those maybe your direction.
I'm sure Blake would be
Blake
okay.
might be, we can either, we'll do something.
I tell you what, Chicopee, I don't know who you are.
She's awesome.
It'll be nice to meet you at some point.
She does a lot.
But I tell you what, you're in Chicopee. I'm going to send you another arrangement. We'll give this one to Blake's wife. We're going to get your address. Please
look at that.
Put the address down in the comments there.
Nice
and when I get back to the store, we got you hooked up, Chicopee.
Look at that, Michael Longo coming in big today.
That's great, because Chicopee does so much for the community.
Yeah, she does tag a vet, tag a pet, tag a pet for a vet. Tag a pet for a vet. Put that in there, Chicopee, please, in the comments. Tag a pet for a vet. That's amazing. So, yeah, we want to make sure that. But that is funny, Blake. Yeah, and Blake kind of had the inside scoop on that.
I know, it was kind of rigged a little
bit. But while we're bringing that up, I really want to make sure that we give a big shout out to our sponsor, the one and only.
Sponsors.
The one and only.
All right, guys, let's give a big shout out to our show sponsors, Becker Custom Builders. Blake Becker and his team are always about luxury design, top-notch quality, and giving you the best experience imaginable. Becker Custom Builders are experts in building your dream kitchen, bathroom, or even making your outdoor kitchen area a reality. They will take your plain house and make it into a cozy, welcoming home. So if you're looking to upgrade your space, Becker Custom Builders is the only place to look. They've got you covered. Blake and his team have whipped up the studio in no time, and it's looking great. Remember, contact Becker Custom Builders.
Yeah, we love Becker Custom Builders. Thank you so much, Blake, for being a sponsor. I did see Sharka put a pretty good one on here. She said, Pat, you should get the flowers for Pat Dearborn.
That would just be weird at that point.
I don't know if Lisa would like that.
That would be really weird at that point.
What, to do what?
Get flowers for that gentleman that she mentioned.
Nice. You saved $5. Yeah. That was good.
I thought I had him on the ropes, man. I thought
been in this game too long.
Yeah. I'll catch you slipping.
I'm just going to jump real quick back into your sponsors there. So for anybody that doesn't know, so Blake Becker sent his team out to my house about 2 years ago, and we gutted my kitchen. Oh. We ripped down walls. We put in new granite tops. These guys did such an amazing job. He did exactly what he said he was going to do. His staff showed up on time. When I tell you about the professionalism and how they worked, it just beyond mention. I mean, they are top notch, 100%.
Becker Custom Builders.
Absolutely.
That's
premier
amazing.
Home remodeler in all of Southwest Florida.
Yeah, no, he does a great job. And then what the good thing about Blake is he makes phone calls. He talks to people and makes sure that they get what they actually.
He's on the job sites making sure things are getting done correctly. Mama Becker already called dibs on the bouquet. Julie Becker.
Oh, did she?
Yep.
She's like,
she already said.
I'm like way below. Oh, Julie,
like,
I got you. Thanks for the rose. You delivered to Becker Custom Builders.
Love Mama Becker.
It's actually really pretty good to have them delivered right down the street. Yeah,
they'll look good there.
Yeah.
You just got to take a picture with them and tag 239 Live in Naples, Florida sign.
Yeah,
that's the only.
Yeah. And please share this podcast and like it because this live, I should say, this live show.
Comment.
Yeah, share, like, please send it out. We want to break some records. We're hitting about 1,000 to 1,500 people every show between YouTube and here, but we want to get this thing up to
239live.com.
239live.com.
It's not bad for a local show.
Yeah, and real easy.
And I'm learning real quick. You got to be careful what you say on here.
Yeah,
people hang on to every word.
So, if somebody wants to know where to get it, if they don't want to go on YouTube and they don't want to dig around and try to find it on all the different platforms.
239live.com.
But yeah, just hit 239live.com. It's right there on, it'll come right up on the page. We probably need to put that up on here at some point. But yeah, just 239live.com and it's right there. And it's a YouTube feed that it comes out and you can go click on it and say watch on YouTube. And then you can start making comments. We're missing a few people today. I think Meredith said she was going to be coming on. So yeah,
it doesn't surprise me.
I don't know.
After,
you
I
tag her? Oh yeah,
I
Meredith.
did.
Yeah.
She had we saw her at Seed the Table last night.
Yeah. Meredith's always so funny.
Yeah, love Meredith.
Makes me laugh. And then so let's go over to we can't forget our
guy Jeff Delaney.
Great.
Before you roll into that, I have the pleasure of. Kind of behind the scenes on this project, Jeff Delaney and Francesca Skirbo shot their first podcast, Waste to Wellness, here at Studio 239 this week with a special guest. I forgot his name, but he was really good on the.
Who was it?
It was this guy, he's like the mayor of Freedomtown, I guess, but he was the special guest on their podcast. And that podcast was really good. I can't wait to start clipping it up and put it out. Really excited about that project. They really got something.
I look forward to seeing that.
Yeah,
Jeff Delaney's
Delaney's great, and Francesca Skirbo.
I've known Jeff for years. Him and his wife go to the same church.
They sure do.
They're great people. So
yeah, he's got a big podcast coming up with. I don't know if I'm allowed to say who it is, but just think big. And I'm not talking about. The guy I can't say.
Big.
You're doing really good at this.
My other man crush.
So real quick, TC Clinics, Jeff Delaney. I think I'm not going to be in violation of HIPAA because you pretty much told everybody that you go see.
Yeah, and I've had a bad week. I've not been eating well, not hitting the gym, so do it. Some misjustice, but I am on the T Clinics program. I need to get on the new Viva weight loss program, and we appreciate Jeff sponsoring the show. Jeff and Francesco were in the studio the other day, and they forgot something on Tim's desk, and I heard all about it. So.
It was no big deal. I just wanted to make sure we were on the up and up.
I know.
On the up and up here, So, yeah.
I'll throw this out there because, straight up, it's nothing to be ashamed or embarrassed about when you have a weight issue.
Yeah.
So I personally went to Viva and to Jeff, and, absolutely. I lost 20 pounds in about 2 months, and his staff is amazing. They really do. They stood with me every step of the way, got me to the goal that I originally set out to reach. So, these people are a blessing to the community.
And I'm glad you said that. His staff, first of all, his facility is just tremendous, first class, beautiful. But yeah, his staff, when I went there for the blood work, I do really poorly with needles and any kind of blood work. And he he distracted me, and I didn't even feel the needle go in, and it was the smoothest blood work I've ever had. So just a tremendous top shelf facility and staff.
Were you the guy that passed out then? That was you? I didn't talking about?
No, I didn't pass. I'm saying I did great. I get lightheaded. I just do not do well with needles. Thank God, considering my other, past addictions. But it was just smoothest process I've ever been a part of, and just big shout out to T Clinics and the Viva.
Yeah, no, it's important.
I got to jump off.
He's got to jump off. We're gonna have the one and only, and we've got her here right now. Today is a big day. Today is National Pet Day, and I'm going to try to bring that over here just real quick. National Pet Day, and Michael, thank you so much for jumping on.
You are very welcome. I'm going to pick up my little pet right here, so if anybody doesn't know.
Yeah, and we got to get Michelle set up. Michelle needs a little bit of a lift. So we're doing a little stage change over here. So but
let's see. Let's get Roman into the picture here. Real quick.
There you go.
So for anybody that doesn't know, Roman hangs out in the florist all day long with me. He welcomes our customers. He greets everybody. Didn't know today was National Pet Day, so I'm glad we brought him in. I want to thank you all for being here. God bless you all. Have a beautiful day, but I got to get back to playing with my flowers.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thanks. Get them flowers. But no, a big day today. We know that pets are very important to all of us. Pets are important in my life. They keep you young. They keep you healthy. There's just so much to them. And we actually got a great picture of Michelle's dog.
That's Bella.
Yeah, Bella. We got National Pet Day. And I'm going to put this other slide up so we can kind of let's put this other slide up just so we can get the whole thing up there. That's Bella. Tell us a little bit about Bella, Michelle.
Bella's my baby. She's my bestest friend. Bella just turned 8 years old back in February.
Yeah.
And she's just awesome.
I got to get you up here this way. There we go.
Hi, guys. I'm so happy. So before we get to Bella, if I'm going to be Pat's stand-in, and I am standing on a box. See?
Yeah, we prop Michelle up. So she's hanging out with us right now. And then, so it's good. When Lois has a moment, she can come over and get set up too, because Lois always brings us a lot of really good information. National Pet Day, please, if you can, what we want you to do is we want you to put your pet, we want to put your pet in the comments. So put a picture of your pet in the comment. If you don't have a picture readily available, please put the name of your pet below, and we'll get that put up there. And that's always a big deal. And we love our pets. Tell us a little bit about your dog.
Okay. Yeah, so I could talk all day about Bella. Bella is my best friend. She's so funny. She is a purebred German Shepherd. She just turned 8 years old. You could see we love each other. I mean, I don't know whose smile's bigger in that picture, if it's mine or hers. But yeah, she's my buddy. She follows me around the house. And, she gets really depressed when I'm not there. But hi, Bella. I should have put the computer on first. She could have watched.
Oh, yeah, she would have liked that.
She would have liked
that. Yeah, for sure.
But I do have a quick question, Tim. So if I'm going to be Pat's kind of stand-in on my
you are the co-host today.
Well, I am
for Pat for just a little bit.
2 questions. One, I get to use the gun?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
I think
it's not loaded.
It needs a reload.
It's not loaded.
Lois, you need to move over. Come towards me just a little bit, Lois. Just a little bit. There you go, Lois.
Does the rule apply for mentioning that particular person apply to me too?
No, you're good. You're good. Okay. You can mention Pat Dearborn. I just so you know, I love Pat Dearborn. He knows I love him. But not the same way Pat Jira loves him. Right. I love him as a man thing. Pat Jira has a man crush on him, and it's got me a little concerned, I will tell you.
It's a bromance.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, bromance. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bromance. So
she doesn't get to stand on a box.
No, well, she could. Well, I mean, literally.
My boobies hold me up.
But no, yeah. So we're just we're here. Lois always on Friday. She's wonderful. She gives me a list of things that are going on in town, mostly things related to veterans, not always, but you got other stuff as well. Here we go. We got great job, ladies. We got Patrick. Tim hates Pete. Why would you say that? That's it. Good morning, Kevin. Kevin's on. We're just going through some of these comments. Wow. Bella, that's Chickabee's dog, evidently.
So I got a Bella too.
Yeah.
Or she may be saying hey to your Bella.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, maybe say hey to your Bella. Lois, tell me about your household with animals. We know you're loaded up with animals.
Yes.
Tell me what you got.
Well, we have 2 kitty cats, the Hooligans, Jesse and James, the Jesse James gang. We have 2 pups, Miss Brookie Poo, who is a darling Shih Tzu. I was going to look up her picture. And Lulu, who is a Havanese. And we have squirrels and ducks and raccoons.
You got animals out to kazoo at your house. It's like beautiful backyard, one of the nicest backyards I've ever seen. Butterflies, lots
of butterflies, and I saw my first baby woodpecker, red-headed woodpecker. It was they're nesting up in a tree, which is away from where they used to be. So now I put up feeders so I got a picture of one this morning. It wasn't very good because I was in shock that I saw it. I was so happy. I got to get a life.
You do have a life.
Good.
It's almost impossible to keep up with Lois, and she lets me know, keeps me up to speed of what's going on in the community. She say, Tim, are you going to be there? I'm going to go try, Lois. And I don't know how you keep your schedule. How do you keep your schedule like that? Tell us.
It's called calendar.
And you're good at it.
It's called calendar, and I have to have Wayne his separate calendar because he doesn't do iPhone calendar.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
And he's on a need-to-know basis. It's like we get ready to go in 30 minutes. You need to be ready because we're going to do this. I didn't know anything about it. That's right.
Yeah. Now, first off, we're wearing red shirts.
Red.
Why are we wearing red? I know, but let everybody know. Yeah.
Remember?
Hold it. Let me see if I can bring it up.
I have the picture I've got.
Yeah, I can bring it up just a second.
She just sent me a picture.
Yeah, let me see here real quick. Lois, turn just a little bit more.
Here,
there we go. Back a little bit more.
Back a little bit more.
Yeah, just spin around. There we go. It's Red Friday. Remember everyone deployed. Right. Love that shirt. Red Friday. Remember everybody deployed. Yeah. So that's important.
And this shirt's too big for me. I want you to hurry up and get some shirts with that on the back of that. So
I got to get that.
I know. Yeah, okay, I'm going to send you a text.
Just because I'm like, I get going and then somebody says something else and I'm off on a different subject.
ADD.
I resemble that.
Yeah, no, that's it. Tell us a little bit about the Gold Star Family Memorial Monument. I think that's something you wanted to bring up.
Yesterday, Woody Williams is a Medal of Honor recipient, World War II, and he started his Woody Williams Foundation, and he wanted to remember the Gold Star families. So he started with one area, but he thought, you know what, I got to do this for the whole country. And so they started this foundation, and in Florida, April the 4th, they do their run all through the state of Florida. And yesterday, they came from Key West to Cambria Park, which are some of the pictures that you saw.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of go. I'm going to kind of go
scroll through them.
And you can beautiful memorial.
And the community makes a commitment to build one. They're expensive, but oh my God, they're beautiful. And Wayne was there. He put on the POW wreath, and this is the crew that sort of adopted this quickly. It's vets. Helping Vets. Oh, God, I'm drawing a blank. I'm so sorry, guys, because you do a fabulous work. And they have gotten this all involved. And Teresa Heitman, Mayor Heitman, gave a proclamation. And they've already spoken with her. And she came up to me. She goes, I want you to help me with the county. I'm going to work with the city. And we're going to get gardeners. And they want to put the new memorial in Cambria Park.
Wow, that would be great.
They'd asked about putting it in the center. But she said, no, people sit there doing concerts. She goes, I'd like to extend the area to make it a little bigger.
Okay.
And when you go to Cambria Park, they have the POW Missing Man's Chair. Then they have the big monument with listed of all the people who are from Collier County that have died or more. And then they have the Vietnam Memorial, and there was a little star for Iraq which I hadn't seen that, so I got a picture of that. I don't think I sent it to you. And then the newest one is the Revolutionary War, which the Sons of the American Revolution just put that up. And so behind in that area, they want to create a special place for Gold Star families, Gold Star mothers.
That's beautiful.
And then,
There's just so many things that we do here in Collier County, in the city of Naples.
And she hopped right on that. I said, I know she will. I mean, she loves veterans. She's been very good. The Collier County Veterans Council meets there every third Thursday. And all the various veterans group comes to that meeting, and they share what they're doing. And that's how they disseminate their information, have their organization.
In this picture, Wayne's getting interviewed. Was this
at
the
same
event?
He was
down in the city, looks like.
Invited last year and this year. They have a POW wreath. I don't know if I got a picture of the chair, if I put that in there.
I got kind of more of the memorial stuff.
Stuff.
That I've got.
But see, what's cool, the families like, see the missing man in the center?
Center, the way
that's the loss of the family member. And, it's whether you're if you're a relative, well, it says that, Gold Star families and relatives. We have a friend of ours, Jennifer Denard, her father was killed in Vietnam. And, it still affects her to this day. When you lose someone like that. And then Heather Chorus, she got married. Itchcroft. I wasn't calling her that. I was calling, no. Right. But she has lost her uncle was in Korea and still missing in action at the Chosin Reservoir, which that anniversary is coming up soon. I'm pretty sure. I got to check out that. Butterfly Whisperer. That's me.
Mike, I'm just going through these comments. I get going on the thing and going.
That's all right. That's all right. So it's just I don't know what I was talking about, but anyway, about the. I don't Google him where I know Lois. Yeah, Wayne. Michael Bart Wayne a T-shirt.
I Lois it.
He said I don't use Google because my wife knows everything.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, so good morning, Mike.
Hey, Mikey boy.
Yeah, everybody on today. We got a lot of people on today. It's we're busy on this thing.
Yeah, good
Keep
deal.
the comments coming. Make sure you like and also
share,
subscribe, because every time we come on, we want to make sure and do a little notification, because I can tell you at 8 o'clock in the morning, most people are just getting ready to get up and go. Even Michelle, she was here like way early this morning. She goes, I don't know if I can make it by that time, but I said, you better be here. I go, you're co-hosting. You're co-hosting today.
Was that traffic better?
Yeah.
A whole lot better.
Yeah.
I can't figure it out.
I figure maybe some people have gone back. Somebody said they were tired of the heat, and I'm like, well, good Lord.
It's been really nice.
Look, Michelle's got her own little Michelle, I know you want to ask some questions. Ask me some questions. Ask Lois some questions.
Oh, I do want to.
And you can sing and you can do all kinds of things.
I'm standing on a box.
Yeah, you need to take
That's
over.
What I need to get
yes, you like the box though, because it gives you some height. Look at you.
She's itty bitty.
You feel like you got this. You got this thing under control. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm almost pretty much your height now.
You want to do a big shout out to Trisha?
Oh, is she on?
I don't know if she's on.
Trish, if you're watching,
text her.
Yeah, maybe you could just comment and say hi. But
Roxanne,
Trisha Flanagan, my partner in crime. Hey, Roxanne, how are you?
Roxanne,
this is awesome. I love this live show, and like Tim said, I'm not much of an early bird. I tend to like to ease into my day, and usually I'll ease into my day watching your show. And I'll have my coffee. I'll sit with Bella, and I start my day kind of with on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I start my day with you and Pat, which is kind of nice. But now this morning you dragged me out early, which I was concerned. I didn't think I'd get here on time. Instead, I was here at 20 after 7.
You come in hot too.
I did.
You come in hot too.
Yeah, you stole my spot. That's where that was.
Oh, I didn't know that was Lois. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'll never do it again.
That's my hot spot.
she
There's so many ways to go.
Lois comes in.
I come in, boom, and just stop and slap.
I was watching your back in, and I was like, oh, that's getting close.
Yeah, I know.
Lois, I will tell you though, Lois, she gets around and she can drive that SUV.
Well, you got that little camera, and
yes, the camera.
And I use it, so that's Wayne goes. I'll get out and back.
I don't know about you, but do you guys like get a little bit nervous with the camera? I don't have full trust in the thing because I'm like old school. I use the mirrors. Please comment on that. Are you 100% trusting of the camera? I mean, it's probably better than my mirrors.
It is. Because you have 180 degree
Right,
sort of
yeah, you got a
angle. And
little
I
bit
tried to
more.
explain that to Wayne. I said, now look, here's this car
But
coming.
every camera's different. Like
A little bit of perception on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, yeah. So
well, I actually want to talk. I'm gonna. Can we reminisce?
Yeah.
So do you know what Lois and I did? What just over
Oh
a
my
year ago?
God.
what did you do? What did you do? What did you do?
We got dirty.
We got dirty,
Yeah.
down and dirty.
It, like, is it like what?
Look at
I
him.
mean,
Tim got
I'm
this
like,
serious
I'm over
face.
here
What?
like, all right.
About a year and a half ago.
This is not a PG show, so you don't have to worry about that.
We got dirty. Yeah, we both ran the Muddy Princess.
Oh, okay.
Which was a blast.
Are you going to do it this year?
I don't know, maybe if you want to.
Maybe. I
If you
don't know.
want- you
Well,
know,
yeah. I'll come to film you. But
Oh,
I am
what,
not
swimming
swimming
across
in
the
that
swamp?
lake. Yeah, not doing that.
So it's an obstacle course.
Yeah.
And Lois was just kicking butt. I mean, she was doing awesome. But I don't like to wait on lines. So there was a line for one of the obstacles. Right?
Yeah.
And we're standing there, and I looked over to the left, and there was a swamp. And I said, hey, if I swim across there, it'll be faster, and we don't have to wait on this line. She goes, I'm not swimming across there.
Yeah.
You can go.
Where
and
my ass, you go.
You go. I'll
Where
watch.
was it? Where was
It
it?
was in Immokalee.
In Immokalee, okay.
So I do this, and I'm halfway across the swamp, and I'm thinking, this is a really bad idea. But I can't turn back now. 'cause
No, you got people watching.
it smells, and I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
what's in there. And then you get to the end, and instead of it going up gradually, like you coming out, out of the beach, it's straight. I can't stand up, but I have to climb out in the mud to get onto the shore. And I'm not going back because that's a whole way back.
Yeah,
She's
no.
sitting there with the camera.
Yeah, there you go. Smile, honey.
Lois was like, all right, when they come looking for her, we need
Yeah.
to know where she was last seen in the
She
water.
documented it.
I was checking for gators. That was my only concern.
I was more concerned about snakes.
Who- oh, wow.
Gators
That-
too, I guess, but I was
Yeah.
thinking snakes. And then I got paranoid after that. The whole rest of the run, I didn't want to touch my face, my eyes. I'm thinking amoebas.
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah,
get a
yeah.
parasite. But we lived to tell about it. It was fun.
Yeah, it was very
It was a
fun.
lot of fun, and we finished.
And once you do it, you do it. You know, it is what it is.
So that was like I had done many mud runs before that. I've done
That
Rugged
was my
Maniac.
first.
I've done Beast of the East up in Fort Dix, New Jersey. It was a 10K obstacle course. No swamps. Oh, actually, there was a swamp in that one, but I had to walk through it, and you couldn't see anything. But that was part of the obstacles. I made my own obstacle in the Muddy Princess.
Yeah, you make them. Yeah, you don't have to do this. You know.
I just like, let's go do it. So yeah, she was awesome.
I did one of them. It was like, I hate to admit this, but it was like a glitter run, 5K.
Did you do the Muddy Princess too?
I didn't do the Muddy Princess.
Oh,
I did the glitter run
there's
thing
no
up in Fort
glitter.
Myers. And it was like, got this.
Oh,
It took me like 3 weeks to get that shit
Oh,
off me.
oh, they just run it and then they shoot glitter on you, and the sweat
Yeah,
just
spray
sucks it
it,
into your
yeah,
body.
just
I
like-
did something called a color.
I get
run.
home and I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to get my car glitter? And I'm like, why can't we just do like a normal run? But it was actually fun.
They
It was
didn't
up
have
in
any
Fort
way to
Myers.
hose you down.
Nah, yeah, I guess they did. They probably just didn't let me know.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of hosing, getting hosed down, so one of the runs that I did, I had a the last obstacle was jumping over fire, and so what they did was they had the fire department there right at the end, and plus you're dirty,
Yeah.
so you jump over the fire, and then you get hosed down by a bunch of firefighters.
That's
That
pretty
sounds
good.
like something for Pat Jira to do. I mean, he maybe get it.
Left and left.
Oh man, it's just a bromance.
And Roxanne, good. Thank you for the comment. Thank you. We have fun here. Like, listen, we want to make this show informative, but we also want to have fun. So that's a big part of it. Mike goes, he laughed. This isn't a PG show. It's not a PG show. There is absolutely. I have a shirt on right here called, and I got a podcast called 239 Uncensored. I don't cuss a lot. I don't just shoot out the F-bomb all the time, but if I want to, I will, right? I am an adult, and my mother's usually on here, but I'll still say it every now and then because
Mom
she does
will
it
get
too.
him.
When
What are you saying? I do it.
how old? Oh, Lois will let it go. I've heard Lois. Lois will let the F-bomb go. How old were you when you first cussed in front of your parents?
Oh Lord.
I actually remember.
I still get a little nervous.
I remember my dad got up. I got whack.
Yeah, you got whacked?
Yeah, he was like
Did you-
whacking in your room. I mean, and it wasn't that bad. Can I say what I said?
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of bad.
Of course you can say what
I was using an enhancing
Spelling.
words, and
Just kidding.
well, I just said, yeah, a guy over there is a scumbag.
That's
Oh,
what
that
you
wasn't too
said.
bad.
I got in
That
trouble
wasn't
for
too
that,
bad.
yeah.
Oh, good Lord
But I
have mercy.
remember it.
Day.
Oh
Hasn't
my
stopped me
God.
from using bad words since then.
So Joe, when he first cussed, what'd you say to him?
My husband doesn't cuss.
Hey.
So little Joe.
Oh, little Joe?
But I'm sorry, what about the
doesn't
picture?
either.
No, go ahead.
I'm just on Fox News, which I never watch. When I pass through, I'll stop and see what's on. Cussing is a sign of great intelligence.
I've heard that.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's why I cuss a lot.
Depends on where it's
I
coming
heard that, and since I started young, I guess that's a good sign. They're enhancing words. Sometimes you just there's the only way to punctuate what you're trying to say.
Yeah, there's times like, listen, I'm going to tell you in law enforcement, and I'm going to run a video here just in just a second. There are times in law enforcement where people are not listening, and you say, listen, you need to fucking stop because you get it now at this point. And then sometimes people don't understand anything else but that. Let's see for the audience. Let's see. Chicken Bee writes in. She says, "Yeah, moms won't let this guy say the F word. Probably not a great thing. Got 14 taste slaps in my mouth. But yeah. So I don't know what the right time is to.
Well, that's not really good. I said darn, and my mother just reached over and slapped me. Never forgot that.
Darn on a darn.
Yeah.
Darn.
On a darn. Wow, that's pretty.
No, and she used to train Marines on how to cuss. No, just kidding. But it was that. I mean, when she got upset, she was upset.
Yeah, no. Well, that's.
But I wasn't. But I didn't really do it.
I didn't really do it.
I'm not gonna lie. Probably around when I was 30, I first heard my mom cuss, and my dad every now and then. But yeah, it was one of those things where.
No.
Yeah, and Big Joe doesn't cuss.
No,
Little Joe
not so much.
No, he's not a cusser. I can tell. He's just a good kid.
The mouth of
yeah,
the
you're the.
what do you mean? Yeah, you're agreeing.
Yeah.
Well, you know the family, so you.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. Where the heck did that go?
So Lois, real quick on this, could you explain to those that don't really understand about the Blue Star, Gold Star, how that all works? And Beth at Mission Barbecue, she's amazing.
Oh, she's fabulous.
Yeah. Beth and Joe.
Don't want to forget those fine folks. Well, Blue Star is when you have a child in service, and so they used to hang the blue stars in the window when their children went off to war, and then when they were killed, they changed it to the Gold Star.
Okay.
Or Gold Star mothers. They now have Silver Star, which is if you've been wounded.
Okay.
Yeah, that's relative. I say relatively new. I don't know for a fact that it is. But with the Gold Star mothers, with Beth Haley and Miss Polly Cruz, who's her birthday coming up. She was 90-something. She passed away. She was one of Collier County's oldest residents. But, she was so involved in so many things and helped them get the Gold Star Mother chapter started here. But Beth had already started it in Fort Myers. So anyway, we just sort of pulled it together. But their mission is to not let their children's service be forgotten. And so the Gold Star Mothers, their mission is to do service for others, whether it's baking things or giving socks or whatever it is. They do things to help other families. So their child, the military family, so their child's name is honored.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Yeah.
You got to stop and think. And every time I go into Mission and Beth's there, she, we talk about her son, and she, we go over and look at the pictures. And it's just tough, but that drives her every day. And I think, I don't think you can hug her enough and tell her how much we appreciate all those, she's wonderful. All those Gold Star families and Blue Star families, and everybody because the sacrifice is not just the military member, it's definitely the family, without a doubt.
And for the month of May, we'll be talking. May is Military Appreciation Month, and each week in May, there's a different honor that's bestowed upon, whether it's through the first responders, the children of military. Let's see, what the heck? Armed Forces Day, and so each week there's a special thing that goes on, and I wanted to bring it on next week to kind of get people in the groove to start thinking about what can your group do, what can your company do, or as a teacher, what could you do, and just put do a little something within your organization, business, or home to teach your kids that for that whole month of May.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah,
and
that closes with Memorial Day.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, it's great. And then Mike writes up there, Lois, love what you do for the community and all the veterans. Amazing. And then also, I got to put this up there. Mike says, if cussing is a sign of intelligence, then I must have a really effing high IQ. So yeah, that's pretty good too. Yeah, Beth Haley always taking care of us veterans. She does great things for our veterans. She does great things for our military museum folks. Anybody, and you go in there and it's amazing.
She's there. Yeah, she's a gem. Yeah. Just the sweetest. She's love personified.
Yeah,
that's really
she's wonderful. And Joe over there, the manager, keeps it all going. But
oh my God, the best thing, I don't think Joe will mind me. I don't think his son listens to your podcast, but they, for Wreaths Across America, that's something that's sort of, it happens in December where we go out and lay wreaths on all the veterans' tombs. Joe had his children there, and we were doing the pledge, and that was a cord. Sorry, I thought it was a dog at my leg.
Hey, Lois,
dogs here.
Hey, Lois, the dog left about a half an hour ago. Jeez,
like,
oh my goodness.
And
Lois.
So he was doing the pledge. He looked over. He saw his son, who had his phone out during the pledge. And I just happened to get a couple of pictures. And then the next thing I knew, whack, that phone went out, and they were still looking straight ahead. And I showed him those pictures, and he started. I said, "Don't apologize. He's just a kid, and you taught him a great lesson right there." Yeah, but it was hysterical. It was just that quick, done, over. Yeah, that's Joe from Mission. Yeah, he's a wonderful man.
Yeah, Joe's great. Good friends with Pat. While we have that up here, we play a game in here, and we got to get these comments up a little bit, right? So we want to make sure that you guys. Comment. Pat's going to come back on here in just a sec, but we play this thing called Stump Pat Jira, and this is basically an absolutely nonsense type of game. It really means nothing, but it's fun, right? So
it means nothing. That's why we do it.
If you can beat Pat Jira in this, you actually get a really, really good gift. Like you actually get to go to the Alamo and get one free lesson. And I think one time we've only had to give this away, right, Patrick? Patrick's been pretty good with that. So you get to go to the Alamo and you get to shoot, or you get a T-shirt from Kerry Scott over at the Alamo. Wonderful guy. He's always supportive of the show, always supportive of things that are going on. Yep. So listen, if you can name a player, an NFL football player that has played since 1995, Pat Jira will go ahead and tell you what college he or she, in this case going to be he, played for. So go ahead and please put that in the comments. That's very important. Also, the one and only Michelle comes in today. We wanted to bring this in a little info about Self-It. Talk to us a little bit about Self-It. I mean, I'm on my first week, and I can say that I feel good, but this has been a good week for me. So I'm going to attribute to that. Tell us about it.
Self-It is the first and only therapeutic enzyme. We found the key to cellular repair and rejuvenation, and that is using this enzyme. We have a capsule formula that you take once a day like Tim's doing, and that's more of a systemic approach where it's going to get into your body and repair any cell damage you have wherever it may be. We make it right here in the Sunshine State. We're home based in Naples, Florida. We just launched our skincare line as well. Yes, we have a face cream and a body smoother. Great anti-ager. It's using the same enzyme cellular technology that we have in our capsules, and now we have our own skincare line as well. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, and if you want to get some, you can. They sell it up at Seed to Table. You guys have probably heard of that place. Or you can go to www.getselfit.com and hey, try it out. I think it's a 30-day bottle. It comes
we have a 30-day bottle. We have a few bundles on the site as well where you can combine the capsules and the skincare. And get on getselfit.com. We're proud affiliates of 239 Live.
Yeah, no,
well, actually, they're affiliates of ours.
So we're affiliated with you, but
it's pretty cool.
We worked in tandem. And listen, anything that I can get in my body that will make me feel better at my young age of I'm actually turning 58 next week, and I tell you what, I feel like I'm 20.
So do I.
Me too.
Except when I try to stand up and I've been on my knees too long.
Yeah, well, yeah, and you go and you work and you exercise a lot too, Lois. Though you're on it.
Well, you're out and about
yeah.
and playing in the garden.
Playing in my yard.
You're doing lots of stuff.
Moving dirt.
But that's part of the key. You know, obviously keeping your cells healthy is important, but keep moving, guys. Keep the body moving.
Yeah, that's
Do
important.
not stop.
Keep moving. Keep active. I think one of the things, like with my dad, when he retired, he kind of slowed down a lot, and then I think that really was not a good thing for him.
It's never.
Never.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that Lois, you take Wayne, and he goes everywhere with you when he can, and I think that really helps a lot because it helps you, it helps him, and you know when you get to a certain point, you just keep moving as long as you can move and get around. You got to keep going.
Keep moving, work your body, work your mind.
Yeah.
Have great friends and people around you. Laugh a lot.
Yeah, laugh a lot.
Laugh's the big thing.
Yeah, and I don't take life too serious, as you guys probably know me by now.
Yeah.
After like the long time in law enforcement where life was pretty serious for the most part, you know, and people say, Tim's a little bit crazy. I'm like, yeah, you know, I don't take life serious. I enjoy it. So,
well, you've seen a lot of death, so that
yeah,
gives you
a lot
a
of craziness.
a lot of craziness, and it's like when Wayne and we first. By the way, yesterday was our 10th year anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary!
And thank you. And when we first got together, and I would be about something, he goes, "Is anybody going to die?" I went, "Well, no." He goes, "And don't worry about it."
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
And I said, "Shut the." No, I didn't say that.
But you know what though? A lot of times, like people just truly like they just want to they you know we want to vent about things. But when I get in a situation where I'm tense and tight and gets crazy, I just say those words. I'm like, really? I mean, who really cares about? Does anybody outside of the 239 even care about what?
Yeah.
Does
anybody even know who you are?
Yeah.
And most of the things we stress about there's just these minor little blips in the world, and that's it. By tomorrow, in an hour, it's gone.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's it.
You know, I am so grateful and blessed that we live here. You stop for a minute and just take a look around. Like, oh, I live in Naples, Florida, on the Gulf of America.
Yeah.
How could I complain about anything?
Might pay $6 for eggs, but hey, that's okay.
Listen, you know,
Yeah.
the chickens need to be represented.
They need to be compensated. The chickens need to be compensated.
Yeah.
Tariff on the chickens.
Tariff on the chickens.
So I
there we
walked
go.
into Publix and nobody thought this was funny except me, but it was when the eggs were really short supply, and I get in there, no eggs, and the guys, you know, stocking milk, and I go, "What happened? The chicken's on strike again?" And he turned back. I got this look like, "What are you talking about?"
Hey, Costco's got a lot of eggs. I was in there the other day. It was in the afternoon, so normally by mid-afternoon they're gone. So they have a lot of eggs.
What is the price for a?
I have no. I don't even look. I don't even care.
If you want to get an expensive gift,
Lois, some of us
$6.
have to worry about our finances.
No, you do not have $6 for a carton of eggs or $5. What's in the white? E.B. White, not E.B. White. That's an author. Who has the white eggs? I need to go and see her at the store for her skin.
Yeah.
She is a beautiful woman. That's
Pat's mom. Yeah.
That's mommy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look who else we got on here today.
Meredith.
Good morning, as they say. If you stop, you drop. That's good.
True.
Well, Meredith, you're like an hour overdue.
Yeah,
we've
we're
been talking about you for the last hour. I don't know why you're running late. You might have to explain that.
Better late than never.
Yeah, better
right?
late than never. Make sure, though, you give us a like on this one, because what we want to do is we want to try to, whether it's on Facebook or whether it's on YouTube, because it runs on algorithms, right? And we want to make sure we get a lot of likes, a lot of comments, and just, you know, we want to be making sure we're at least talking to somebody when we do this.
We're
show.
talking to somebody.
Yeah.
And
I'm talking to you, Lois.
talking to me.
Hey, we got the best audience in the world.
Right
And
here.
I got the Jira man and the second
Yeah,
camera. Pat,
he's
you want
stalking
to
over there.
just wave a little bit, give a little throw out. Pat's
How am I
listening.
doing,
Who are
Pat?
you texting, Pat?
I know who are you texting, Pat? Are you texting? I know you're texting somebody else on there too. Who else do you usually text mostly all day? Who is it? Yeah, who is it? Who is the best realtor in Collier County, according to you, other than me?
There you go. Oh, he's working hard today. He's working hard.
We might even try to get a Zoom on Patrick. Maybe get a Zoom on Patrick. What can we do with Patrick? I think we can probably do a Zoom on him. What do you think? Let's see if we can zoom up.
We can zoom in. Yeah.
Let's.
Tim's still learning how to use.
Yeah, this is all technology, man. We got it all. Oh, look at those. Let's see if we can. Can I show us the camera and see if you got your man crush on there?
Well, you have a man crush. You want to move it up?
Well, I'm just trying to get. Hey. I'm just trying to.
You don't even say that.
I'm just trying to get the phone, Patrick. I'm trying to get the phone. I have a zoom lens, not a microscope. A zoom lens, not a microscope, wow. Patrick. There you go.
He was willing to show us his whole text.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Oh, we got some comments here. Yeah. Meredith on the egg thing. My friends own a commercial egg farm. And they said egg prices are down to about $4, and the stores haven't passed it on. That's probably going to happen.
Well, let's let Publix hear you. We know what you're doing. Yeah. So
because we
know
that
stamper in gear.
We know prices always go up, but they usually don't fall too fast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, Chicky.
He's trying. This is good. Well, thank you so much, Lois.
Well, hang on. I want you to see my Easter tree.
Please share the show.
Do you have
to make sure you share it? Oh, the Easter tree.
Yeah, show me the. Turn your camera on quick.
Let's see if I can do this real quick. All right, let me see here.
Can you turn it quick? I don't.
Yeah, let me see. I just gotta get it up there. Wait just a second.
Come on, get it up. Come on.
Oh.
I just thought I was gonna go
Oh,
there.
now, there we go.
Oh.
Lois.
Picture. There we go.
Lois.
I'm trying. I'm sorry. This is my Easter tree.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. I decided to leave my Christmas tree up, and I have a bigger cross in the center because I keep Christ at the center of everything.
Amen.
But then I put a lot of fun stuff all around it. And so anyway, that's my Easter tree.
Yay. Look at that. We got it.
Awesome.
Okay.
There we go. Look at that. We got all kinds of technology here at the studio.
That's
we can
pretty
do
cool,
it all.
Timmy.
We can do it all.
Timmy, do you remember South Park? That's one of my favorite things.
We
were at a dinner, and Tim walked in. It wasn't even me. And this guy yells out, Timmy. And his wife goes, stop that. That's terrible. And I said,
what's the name of the kid that ends up getting
Cartman?
The other one. He always ends up getting killed.
Oh, yeah. No.
I don't remember him. I have to go back. Cartman is my kitty poof.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we done? We out of
here?
All
right, whenever you want. Pat's rolling in. Yeah, we're good. But we got I want to run this video. It's a law enforcement video. So we're going to kind of bring that up here. I'm going to go do the video. Let's break it down with you guys. And then as soon as we're done with the video.
So I've got to go get my hand.
Because I want you to ask me a couple questions about law enforcement. Now, the video lasts a little bit. I'll forward it, stop it. This has some graphic stuff on it. But I want people to understand, like, when law enforcement officers get sent to a call, they never know what they're going into, right? So I want you to watch it. I want you to listen to it. I'm going to try to break down a few things. The guy ends up getting killed, and you'll see it. It's pretty graphic, but it's on the news. And I just want people to understand what law enforcement officers face every single night when they leave their families, when they leave their friends, when they leave. And when we see these videos, it's actually very... it's amazing what they go through. But let's go ahead and watch this, and we'll run it through.
Okay. And I'm going to check out because I got to go get my hair done.
Yeah, you got to get that hair done. Yeah. Let's go ahead.
911.
Troma Drive, stat.
What's going on?
Knife, stat.
Did somebody get stabbed?
Stat, yes.
Okay, who got stabbed?
My husband with my son's here. He's broke. Come and get him. Now.
Okay.
Stat.
We're on the way. Is your son?
Tacoma Drive.
Does your son still have the knife?
Yes.
Okay. How old is your son?
He's almost 50.
How old is your husband?
He's 73.
Okay. Is he?
I don't hear nothing.
We're on the way, ma'am.
Okay.
Is your husband bleeding?
I don't know. I'm not in there, so he doesn't see. I'm trying to protect myself, too.
Okay. Are you able to get out of the house?
I'm out.
Okay. Is he still stabbing your husband?
I don't know. I don't know.
We're on the way. You just got to stay on the phone with me, okay?
Okay, this is where the law enforcement officers, this picks up the law enforcement officers, and they're actually walking up to the house after the call came out.
All right, where's your son?
In the house, the garage is open.
Are they fighting over the knife right now?
Police officers walking up to the house, trying to figure out what's going on.
I know.
They've been stabbed.
What's his name?
The one lethal, less lethal.
I got lethal.
I'll take less lethal.
KN4, what's the son's name? You guys ready?
Yep.
So law enforcement officers going in the house. As they go into the house,
it's locked.
This is what they get. So the
Is
door's
the front
locked.
door unlocked?
Knows that somebody's getting stabbed probably inside the house.
Ask her if she has a key.
You have a key to the front door? Garage is locked.
Garage is locked.
The garage is locked.
I'll boot the door.
Said it's gonna be.
Nathan! Concord Police!
Law enforcement officers going.
Hey! Drop the knife! God damn it.
You have 4 shots fired.
We're just going to rewind that part just
Garage is
a little
locked.
bit.
Garage is locked.
Going back in.
I'll boot the door.
one more time. So as the law enforcement officers are going in the house, they work their way in. They kick in the door.
Nathan! Concord Police! Hey! Drop the knife!
Okay, at this point right here, as you can see, law enforcement officers got the gun up. This is not the taser. This is a gun. So when they went in the house, they got ready. They had a law enforcement officer that had lethal, which is the firearm, and then they had less than lethal, which is a taser. At this point, the son is stabbing his dad with a large kitchen knife, and obviously, the police officer doesn't have a lot of time. He knows that maybe one more, stab with a knife, and it's all over. So let's just pick it up here.
God damn it.
You have 4 shots fired.
Get back! Fuck. Sir.
Okay, sometimes people say, well, these guys are cussing. You imagine what's going through their minds at this point right now. Again, just crazy.
Get away. Drop the knife! Oh, God, no.
Sometimes law enforcement officers are asked, why did they shoot the individual so many times? What the goal is, when I say goal, it's not even a great word for it, but what the determinant factor is their job is to stop what's happening, whatever it takes, to stop and neutralize the threat. Yep. So Grady Judd said back in the day, if you know Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd, they said, why'd you shoot him 168 times? Is because we ran out of bullets. And that guy up there had just shot at his deputy. So again, we'll just keep going a little bit more. We'll pretty much wrap it up.
Sir,
where do you had the discussion you got.
No.
This is his dad. He's just shocked. Obviously, his son's.
Hey, we need medical start at code 3. We need medical come in.
These officers are just stunned themselves. I mean, you can
see
see them. They're just like, what the hell just happened? Okay, without going through it again, but what I want to do is I just want to bring it to light that, hey, listen, this stuff is rapidly happening. You'll get people that will say, why didn't you shoot him in the arm? Why didn't you shoot him in the leg? It's just not realistic when, people say those things. So, bring on some questions, comments, from the law enforcement standpoint. I like to bring this stuff up and just let people look at these videos, and we can break them down.
Well, you certainly have some expertise in the law enforcement. 31 years?
A couple of years,
Collier County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah.
Big shout out to the Collier County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for your service too.
Yeah. Lois, right. Love Sheriff Grady. Grady Judd's great. It always surprised me that many shots. Yeah. A lot of people are like, shooting, and the thing is the guy's still moving. He's got a gun, and it's just tough.
Tim, in your experience, when people are that enraged, don't they kind of almost even have superhuman powers? I mean, somebody who's doing that, you're not going to take the chance that you shoot him in the leg and he gets up, and not only does he finish the job, but he starts shooting at or attacking the police officers. But I've heard that people in those situations that are out of their minds and crazy, that they actually have some kind of superhuman strength.
Yeah, and a lot of times you don't know exactly what type of narcotics they're on. Right. We don't know what they're having, and like you said, if this guy's crazy enough to be stabbing his dad with a large kitchen knife, what could possibly be going through his mind? And the bottom line is, listen, if I don't stop this person from doing what they're doing right now, then they're either going to kill somebody else, or they're going to kill me, or, it's going to end bad.
What's the craziest call you've been on in your career?
Yeah, I talked about this one before. This was a call. I've been on a lot of them, but there's a couple of them in Immokalee. But one that I really remember was on Green Boulevard. I think I told you about it before, and I think I maybe said it on the show. I got a call. We got a call to a hang-up, 911 hang-up, and Green Boulevard, just a little bit west of, Santa Barbara. So there was a house up in there to the left. And we get the call, and as I'm going, because unverified 911, but it's a hang-up, but they feel that somebody maybe ripped the phone off the wall. That's kind of what the dispatch code was. So I was actually on Sunshine. And as I go to the call, I was just down the street. As I go to the call, I did see a car coming out. Another one of the patrol cars was behind me. But as the car was coming out, I have a decision to make. Do I stop that car, or I go in based on the information that I have? Well, I go to the door. I could hear somebody in there kind of screaming a little bit. Then I go around to the back. Luckily, the slider was open, and I discovered a female, probably about in her early mid-20s. I wasn't really sure at first what happened to her, but she was telling me I got stabbed. And as I looked at her, I knew she was, probably not going to make it. I lifted the back of her shirt up, and there were probably 16 or 17 stab wounds. And what happens is there's sucking chest wounds, and you can see, the blood coming out, and this girl is and there's blood everywhere. And so what I basically did is I had to find some sort of plastic or something to put over those sucking chest wounds so we keep the oxygen inside the cavity. So we were able to get EMS there. She was able to say that her boyfriend stabbed her. Unfortunately, she didn't make it, but that was probably the most graphic one. I've been on scenes to, a lot of them. I had one guy, I had a ride along one night, and he's out riding with me. And we actually go into a house where there's a domestic violence between two male partners. And the one guy had a knife, a kitchen knife. But I don't know if you remember those old steak knives with the little wooden handles on them. Mm-hmm. And they were kind of flimsy. And the guy's taking the knife and he's stabbing himself. And then I'm saying to myself, I'm like, listen, I said, I told everybody, just wait a second. Because if we go to him, we're going to either end up having to shoot this guy or he's going to stab us. But eventually, he's going to go down. So we backed off a little bit. The guy started stabbing himself, over and over and over. Finally, he goes down. We got EMS. He didn't die. He lived. But those are things that happen so fast, so quick. And people on Monday morning, they second guess what the police officers did. You know, that's that
Monday morning quarterback.
Yeah, that's what makes it tough
when you're not in the line of fire. Yeah.
And the thing about in law enforcement, it could be so peaceful. It could be such a great day, and within a second, your whole life can change, and it does, and you impact other people's lives too.
Of course.
And you never know when that's going to happen.
Yeah, so it's always one of those things. I'm sure we got biggest part of the body. Yeah, thank you. Law enforcement is great. As Lois said, the biggest part of the body. Yeah, when you are shooting at somebody who is trying to kill you or trying to kill somebody else, you shoot center of mass because that's your best result to stop what's going on at that time. But yeah, JT Thompson in the house. Let's see here.
Morning, JT.
Don't make those hands movements. Oh yeah, they look bad. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry, Chickabee. I'm trying to behave myself here. I'm trying to be good. Patrick. Oh, I'm not supposed to. Am I allowed to touch Patrick? Patrick.
You can touch me. Yeah, I mean you don't have the hands
I don't want.
of a.
I don't want Patrick.
Who? I don't know the name.
I don't know the name. He's like.
I forgot his name. What is it?
I don't know.
Who's the best realtor in Collier County?
Mayor of Freetown, USA. Next question.
Oh.
Oh, that's good. That's
You're
good.
good at
Yeah,
this.
we're good. Shoot. Yeah. Chickabee's like, shoot the head. That is ultimately when you shoot the head, you basically stop the nervous system from moving. So yeah, if you can do that, the only problem is sometimes it's a little bit difficult. Right. Yeah. You'd like to be able to do that. Support the blue. Thanks.
Yeah.
Pat's spoken for. I know he is. So, yeah. What else is going on, Pat?
I don't know. What else we got in the slides? You want?
Let's
and then we got
slides.
Jen here from Paradise Coast.
Yeah, we got Jen. We're going to
Lifestyle
get her on. Yeah,
magazine.
In a couple seconds.
Is there anything else you want?
And let's go over a few things. Let's see where we're at here. Oh,
I heard there was a little incident at the St. Matt's thrift store.
Yeah, let's bring this up. This is always interesting. I don't know how this happens. I'll be quite honest with you.
Well, it wasn't an accident.
I'll just take a wild guess, and probably substances were involved, I would think.
Yeah, so what happened? I kind of got a little bit of the story, but I didn't get the whole thing. And remember, these are all alleged incidents.
Allegedly.
They do
innocent
not
until proven
represent
guilty.
the 239 and innocent until proven guilty. So
we just know that a car basically
went into the St. Matt's thrift store. Why the St. Matt's thrift store?
And I saw Cedric was online. He was giving a play-by-play.
Cedric was reporting live.
Yeah.
Like a
good job,
reporter.
Cedric.
Yeah, shout out to Cedric.
Yeah. He was online giving a play-by-play. It was pretty good.
This could have been really bad. I mean, people did get hurt, unfortunately, but it could have been really bad.
Yeah. Well, and we say that, but how many times have you seen where people like
someone almost drove into the studio?
So if you're not in our studio right now.
The parking is literally.
Let me see if I can probably show you kind of what it looks like.
I think Lois almost parked in the studio this morning.
Yeah, Lois is a good driver though. I'll give her all the credit.
She did. But there was a semi that almost came through about a month ago.
Let's show you how our studio is set up. So this is our studio. It goes
nice
out
car
there.
out there.
Nice car, yeah.
My nice baby.
Car. Our studio's here, so
Jen?
basically we've got Jen over here. Look, she's on deck, ready to go.
Get the magazines ready?
Yeah, you got the magazines. And then, but pretty much this is our studio, what we look out for, and we're doing some construction. So if you see the garbage can, don't look too much at it. This is kind of what we see.
That's a Becker Custom Builder.
Yeah, Becker Custom Builder can. And we've got a lot going on in the studio.
If somebody would have hit the gas instead of the brake while parking, like this could be different.
Could have been potentially very, very bad.
And we've been thinking about, should we put something up on the window? But I kind of like it. I mean, we have the loudest road too for a podcast.
There's freaking semis and
yeah. So, but we enjoy the studio. We have fun here, and we got a lot going on. So.
A lot of good stuff, a lot of podcasts being shot. Got some exciting projects, and speaking of which, if you want to roll into for Monday, we have a couple special guests, but one in particular. I want to give this guy a big shout out. Let me just tag him real quick.
Yeah,
he might be sleeping because he works late. Big shout out to Gary at the Sugar Shack. Took phenomenal care of us when we went out there last week. Just a tremendous, tremendous guy. And Sugar Shack, have you been to Sugar Shack, Michelle?
I was there for Byron's.
You were there for
event,
Byron's event. That's besides that.
No. But my daughter has been there before. But I will be going back because it's awesome.
Very awesome. What a tremendous venue in addition to the Southwest Florida community. They have live bands, reggae acts. Live music. Yeah. The food is really good there as well. We're going to do a food review, and we've been talking about doing either a live show or a live podcast or something from there. I think we'll make that happen in the near future. But just want to give Gary a quick shout out, who's going to come on our Monday morning live. So excited about that.
Yeah, that's coming right up.
Yeah.
Right over the weekend.
Yeah.
You know what? I think Bonita is getting so nice. And we're the 239, so we do cover all of Southwest Florida. But Bonita is getting so nice that I think we need to incorporate that into Collier County. I'm going to have to give Sheriff Carmine a call and say, we need to take over Bonita.
We're going to take over.
And it hasn't always been that way.
Bonita's coming a long way.
In Collier? No.
Actually, Bonita.
Is that possible?
There actually is. So a lot of people think that Collier County is Bonita Beach Road all the way through. It's not. It actually cuts down a little bit, and we actually have some of Bonita.
We do have some
in there. Yep. And then if you go over to,
so we should just take the whole thing then.
Yeah, let's just take it over. I think we should take it. But I'm sorry. I really like Estero too, so I think maybe we should take it up to.
As long as we're doing it.
Yeah, and we want the Hertz Arena, so let's take that. And then what else can we take down in Collier County? Write in the comments what we should take over. What we should take. Yeah, for sure. But if you
big shout out to Jesse Purdon's big part of that, bringing a lot of good to the Bonita Springs community and area and communities. Yeah, I mean, what a difference from just 5, 10, 15 years ago.
We used to chase a lot of gangbangers up and around Bonita, and that has kind of really calmed down a lot. We had one of our local gang members from here get shot and killed up in Bonita, and so but that has changed dramatically. In Bonita, that downtown area where the Sugar Shack is, there's a couple really good restaurants, and I just like that whole area. And
it's a nice vibe.
They've done such a good job. So that's kind of when
doesn't feel like you're in Bonita.
And kicks in. So it really makes it that much better, but without a doubt.
So big shout out Sugar Shack downtown Bonita Springs.
Yeah.
I'll have Gary on Monday morning. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Excellent. They have a recording studio there too?
So the Sugar Shack, they're big on YouTube, but I believe the recording is out. It's about 2 or 3 miles away, but
not on the same property.
It's a nice little area behind, I think, the owner's house. We're going to get that all clarified. But if you go on YouTube, Sugar Shack, YouTube, they got like a huge channel, huge following, live music, recording, all that stuff. Yeah, so it's good. Yeah, appreciate it. But Michelle, we appreciate you coming on. Thank you for co-hosting.
Awesome.
And
I think you're awesome. Taking my job.
And we're trying to find a good replacement for this guy. And the vibe.
It's an honor and a pleasure to join you in the morning.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you, Michelle. Drive careful, please.
Have a great weekend, guys.
You as well, Michelle.
Yeah, we love it. But when you went up to the Sugar Shack, did you was there any? Have you been there when their live music is on?
I saw the Good Intentions band there.
Yeah.
Shout out to Steve Huckenbuckle. Hagenbuckle.
Steve, we love Steve.
We love Steve. Yeah.
We're not always good with the names.
Great band. They were really good.
Yeah. But it's good. I love live music. You can really kind of suck, and I'll still enjoy listening to you for the most part.
Yeah, but they were.
But I'm sure Steve
rocked it. He was great. And then Dani Papa, who couldn't make it in today, does live art there. Really just a cool vibe. And like I said, the food is actually really good there as well. So great place. And kid friendly. They have games and activities for kids, which is very smart. Just a great all around vibe and environment at the Sugar Shack.
Yeah, no, and I enjoyed going there. It was a little bit later in the evening. The music had just finished, but I got a chance to order some food, and they got some.
The food is good, yeah. Really good pizza.
Yeah, they got some
pizza,
really good
wings,
food.
yeah.
So, well, without further ado, let's go with our
morning
lovely guest, Jen and Jen's from Paradise Coast Lifestyle.
City Lifestyle.
City Lifestyle. Yeah, let's bring up a little bit of those
for our first issues here.
Why don't you hold one up? Because you're smiling face with the flowers. Look how good.
We've got the first one here. This was our first cover in November. So very appropriately, we've got
Swampy. My daughter loves Swampy.
And we've got now ECHL first teamer goaltender Cam Johnson. He was just named, I believe, yesterday.
Oh wow!
So you got Cam and Swampy on the cover.
That's hockey, Tim.
Yeah, that's hockey.
Yeah,
that's hockey,
thank you so much. Yeah,
I'm going to the game tomorrow. Tomorrow's their last regular season game. They're in the playoffs.
In the
so
playoffs.
They're going for a fourth-peat, aren't they?
Yeah, so exciting. And then we've got Coach Matt Poland on the cover from currently undefeated FC Naples.
FC Naples. They got a nice facility.
They're currently undefeated.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So they've got a game tomorrow night as well. Big one, 7 p.m., Paradise Coast Sports Center.
We got to get them on, too.
You do. You do have to get them on. They're a great organization.
Someone from, they kind of reached out. Who does the community? I think you know them. They did the community outreach or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
We definitely need to get them on because
absolutely, especially as they're going for a four-peat. That's pretty big.
Yeah. So it was exciting. So that's tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is fan appreciation night.
Oh wow,
so that'll be good.
I went there when they had teddy bear.
Teddy bear toss.
Teddy
Isn't that great? Yeah.
It was great. So I took my daughter there, and that it was, I think, a period had gone by. No one scored. And I made the mistake of I'd go to the restroom or get something for my dog. I don't know, but so as I'm walking down, they scored a goal finally, and all of a sudden a wave of these teddy bears just come flying by. I got whacked with one. But it was just a flurry of, that freaking littered with teddy bears on the ice. It was really cool.
Collect a lot. It's for a really great
cause. I took a shot in the head, Tim. I think maybe that explains a couple things.
Something's happened very recently.
Yeah.
We got to get you back on the right track. I don't know what's up. JT gives a big shout out to Jen.
Hi,
That's
JT.
good. Yeah. So
good morning, JT. JT was in the studio last week.
Make sure to share, like, and follow,
comment,
all this stuff on YouTube, Facebook, and then if you get a little bit confused, it's real easy to find us at www.239live.com.
You don't even have to say the www anymore.
I like to say it. It makes it fun. It makes it fun.
And you can email Tim, timg@aol.com, because he's a little old school.
Oh, the reason why I do that, so 239 Live, and I want to bring this up, 239 Live, if you go to the very top of that page, you can hear the replay on our radio station. We have a 24/7 radio station that replays. So what happens is, this live today, right now, will play at noon, 3, 6, and 9.
Okay.
So today, so you can, if you're driving down the road, you can put it on your phone, listen to it, and then what we do is we do replays 24/7. So, and then we have our podcast we throw on there and all that stuff. So if you're interested on doing a podcast here in the studio, just reach out to myself or Patrick.
Yep.
And then obviously, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Paradise Ghost.
Paradise Ghost City Lifestyle Magazine. Tell us a little bit about the magazine.
That's right. So we launched in November.
Okay.
It is distributed in Naples and Marco Island.
Okay.
So we kind
of
carve up half of Naples. So we've got lovely Greg Dodge and team who have Naples City Lifestyle. Covers one half of Naples. I cover the other half down into Marco. So I'm trying to leverage my advertising background. I'm going to date myself now, fellas. About 24 years advertising background.
I would never guess that.
And trying to put that to use, for our community. I used to live actually right smack in the middle. I lived in a community called Fiddler's Creek. Right in between.
It's a little community. It's very small.
Very small, very small. You probably never heard of it.
Got pythons and alligators running through there. Big specialist shout out.
Look at Chris there.
Chris
Sullivan. The one really Chris Sullivan.
So
yes.
Chris, one of our.
She moves some units on Marco.
Yeah, she really does. She's a top
she's
producer.
not, but she's, she definitely sells some serious
Chris
reels.
Sullivan or Pat Dearborn?
Depends on my.
I'll take Chris Sullivan on that one.
Are we talking Marco Island or are we talking Naples?
Pat, we love you. Both Pats.
Yeah, but so what I wanted to try and do with this, and that's why I kind of like the territory, if you will, because I lived there and I got to see like the best of Marco. I was 10 minutes from Marco, and then I was 15 minutes from downtown Naples. And my friends would always say to me, when Marco friends would always say, "Oh, where's this place in Naples?" And my friends in Naples would always say, where's that in Marco? I never even heard about this. So trying to kind of do a little bit of that here, obviously give local business owners a platform by which to showcase They're great businesses. So it's meant to be a coffee table piece that people will pick up and want to read. So there's some great local content, and you got businesses trying to tell you about their offerings.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Looks like you got Marco definitely covered. Where's some of your favorite places on Marco to breakfast, lunch, dinner?
Okay.
Hang
Well,
out?
you just passed Marco Island Yacht Club here, and so we just I'm going to give them a shout out because they just did some beautiful renovations. The team there is great. A fairly new GM, Missy, she's fabulous. Head of membership and marketing, Eric. They kindly hosted our Paradise Coast community on Wednesday. My group of advertisers, we had a lovely networking session there. We did our photo shoot for our June men's issue, so that was pretty cool. A very give it away, very nautical kind of theme.
Who was on the June men's issue?
Well, I can't give that away yet.
Okay, you can't give that away. It's going to be a surprise. Never mind.
You'll see. Time will tell.
Not to stop you, but we kind of got like a stump.
I don't know who.
Vince Papelli.
Tom Popoli? I don't know.
Tom Popoli.
Where did Tom Popoli go to school?
He's trying to figure out who this. Not to get you guys off track.
That's probably some random guy that played.
And I don't know if we does she get an air horn for that?
I'm gonna Google.
No Googling it. She said no Googling. But I guess we got to figure it out. And then obviously,
I'm stumped.
I don't know.
Meredith likes Chris Sullivan. Yeah, we all do. Chris Sullivan's the best.
There we go. Yeah, but to answer your question, Marco Island Yacht Club has a brand new Sunday brunch.
Wow!
Recently renovated Sunday brunch, obviously, and it's phenomenal. So that's great. So you found it?
Yeah, it's some guy, some player that played in the 60s and 70s.
Well, I think that's out of our. So it
played for 3 years. He played for the Philadelphia Bells, which I don't know.
It could be her dad. It could be her dad or something.
Okay. You got me. He went to St. Joseph.
Wait. Let's see if I can bring it up. Actually, our camera for the iPhone is it comes in and out a little bit. We try to keep it good. But here we go.
Vince,
good looking guy. Good
looks
looking
like Joe Namath a little bit.
Back in the day, yeah. There we go. We love it.
He's got on some kind of big championship ring.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it going on. Yeah,
something.
So yeah,
we could be a bowling league title. All right, again, it was 1995 on, but we love Chicopee. So you already got the flowers. Michael Longo's hooking you up with a free bouquet. So you've done good today, Chicopee.
Yeah, Chicopee keeps us going. We love the comments, so make sure keep rolling.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so you asked me some of my favorite spots to eat there. I also love, Tesoro Rooftop. To me, I'm going to put it out there, and people can write in about this. Where do you think the best sunset is along our whole Paradise Coast? For me, it is Tesoro Rooftop at the JW Marriott Marco.
Ah, that is nice. I never get to go down there. I need to put it in my brain.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I've spent many years going there with my parents. It's a phenomenal beach, and that I like to take my son to 10K Alley. Go ahead, play some video games. I'll have a nice cocktail at the rooftop.
Yeah, that place is cool. They got a lot of stuff going on there.
Yeah, good. Hey, good planning and good strategy.
I am a planner.
Yeah, good planning. And
have you been to the Italian deli?
I have. I love the Italian deli.
How great are they?
They're great.
Jerry Grifoni and family.
They're great.
They the pizza, the subs are phenomenal. Mozzarella, they got great tiramisu, just all kinds of stuff. Big shout out to Jerry Grifoni and the Italian deli on Marco Island. We did our food review from there. I don't know if you saw, and we crowned. Well, Blake crowned the winner of the pizza challenge. They ended up getting second place overall, but still. Yeah, just phenomenal place.
Well,
Marco Italian Deli.
We are pretty lucky, especially in recent years, kind of some transplants we've had, move down and such. I'm biased. I grew up in New York and New Jersey, so I'm pretty particular about my pizza. And I love Italian Deli. There's a few others that I love. I live in the Bayshore Arts District.
Oh, wow.
I got Bocce. Pizza by me, he's great. Frankie,
yeah, that is good.
Frankie
that is
from
good.
Brooklyn.
Right there on 41, right?
Yeah. Well, he just moved.
Where did he move to?
Around the corner there, by which is two other great places. I love Curry and Fenwa Ice Cream.
Okay.
And the strip right near Celebration Park in Rebecca's.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so that place is that's booming now. I live right down the street.
Yeah, it was a tiny place before, but the pizza's really good.
Yeah.
Tim, you probably remember. How long have you been in Naples?
Well, 5.5 years now.
5.5 years.
I've been coming here since '99, visiting my parents.
Okay, because Bayshore used to be a little bit different in the '90s, early mid-2000s, right, Tim?
Yeah, just a little bit different.
A lot of stuff going on Bayshore.
A lot of stuff going on Bayshore. Used to go down to Bayshore Drive, and it'd be very easy to pick up a lady of the night. Of course, I was on the law enforcement side, but I remember.
Is that what Bayshore was known for?
Yeah, a little bit. A lot of drugs down there. They've cleaned that place up.
Night and day.
Really good friend of mine opened up, Rick Wabi, if he's listening in. He opened up, it was Moby Rick's Marina, where 360 is across from Celebration. That was just a little cheeky hut type of thing. So, pretty interesting.
You know that place? Aubrey Ferrero's.
Let's put it up. Let's put it up.
Sale Pepe, fabulous.
I know.
Another great view.
My mom knows the owners, and I heard that place is tremendous.
Oh, Sale Pepe is phenomenal. I love Oyster Society across from the Hilton there. There's lots of great options on Marco. Everyone needs to go explore, And on the way, you got Island Gypsy, Osteria,
carrot cake at Island Gypsy.
Carrot cake. Well, I get torn between the carrot cake or the decadent chocolate cake. I mean, they're just.
I've had the decadent chocolate cake, but I kept hearing for years about this carrot cake.
The carrot cake's amazing.
At Gypsy, and it's like, it's carrot cake. How can it be, anything extra? And it's phenomenal. It's huge too.
Yeah. Well, I believe it's the same ownership as Hogfish Harry's in Naples, and they have the same carrot cake, and so both venues are very cool.
Yeah. What's the best cake in Naples, Florida?
Best cake in Naples,
Comment
Florida?
below. Best cake, best dessert, best cake, or we want to keep it
decorating or taste?
No, tasting. Best cake, best tasting cake, because that comes to mind. The carrot cake at Island Gypsy.
Yeah, for me it is.
I know you like that bundt cake place, right?
Bundt cake is really good.
Not the bundt cake.
What's the name of the? It's bundt. It's a good. Such
I want to know some of your favorite desserts.
Nothing bundt cake.
Nothing bundt cake.
Yeah, that's what I know.
You're a bundt cake.
But the bundt cake there is good. The frosting is the best part.
Yeah. We've got a ton of beautiful pastry places as well too. Now you have Bonta on Fifth. Have you guys tried that?
No.
Bonta. It was weird.
I can't keep up with all these places.
I know. I eat too much because
Well, you don't really eat too much.
I was just gonna say Tony's, which my mom said on Third is really good too for cakes and the place over at the Vanderbilt Galleria too. They
Angelique.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That place, she made that really nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, she really fixed it up and spent some time on it. But yeah, it's good.
It's great.
Awesome.
But Lois says Wynn's Market coconut cake, which I have not had.
Oh, I have. It's very nice.
It's very good.
Yeah, Wynn's has got a great bakery section. Yeah.
I mean, Seed the Table does as well.
Course,
I used to love Oaks Farms
because
that's
my favorite.
Prices
on Davis.
were on Davis.
I used to love.
The bakery's still great at Seed the Table, but I think it was even better at Oaks Farm, and it was for about the fourth of the price too.
I agree. Well, they'll bring it back once they're renovating on Davis there. So once that
are they going to bring it back?
They're working on it.
They're working on it.
I think they're working on it.
They wanted to, apparently, I heard, I could be wrong, I think they wanted to make it a little bit more like Seed to Table than it was, so maybe have, a dining option inside it as well. I mean, you had the benches around the side, people could eat lunch
the
out
parking
of it.
areas. It was.
But I love the one at Davis. Like every.
It was my favorite store.
Yeah,
it was my absolute.
Christmas and Easter, the bakery line was
St.
like
Joseph
out the door.
pastries and freaking Napoleon's, best bakery. The head baker too was like 80-year-old guy from the Bronx.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it was like your classic Italian or German bakery kind of. It was very good. So
and
bringing
the
it back,
lobster, what do you call it? Lobster?
The lobster pastries?
The lobster pastries.
Oh, the lobster.
The Sfogliatelle, I love. I think I always butcher that.
Yeah, lobster.
That's good.
Custard and cannoli. I'm freaking starving now.
Well, see,
I know.
If you like that, then go to Bonta and get the Sfogliatelle there.
Okay. That's one of my favorite desserts.
Man, I can keep up with all these places. That's the greatest thing about Naples. One of the greatest thing about Naples is you can probably not hit every there's no way. By the time you worked your way around, there'd be another one opened or a new one in the same place where it was before. So, but it's pretty amazing. We got some very good chefs running around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Being from the big city.
Yeah.
What part of New Jersey are you from?
Well, I was born in Rockland County, New York, and then moved to Morris County, New Jersey. So
Okay.
I was born in Suffern.
Yeah.
Grew up in Nyack, West Nyack.
Okay, northern.
And southwest.
Okay.
So both commuter towns outside
okay.
the city, and then northwest New Jersey, Randolph near Morristown there.
Yeah.
So
Big Sopranos fan?
It's funny you say that. So the house my parents moved to when I was in college, it was in Chester, New Jersey, and they lived in front of Hacklebarney State Park, which is where it was scripted that the Sopranos buried the bodies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Did you ever go dig up a little bit over there?
No.
The show wasn't
I
real
go for a
time.
few runs through the park, but I luckily
dig
no
up.
bodies.
Pat probably thinks it's real. I mean, knowing Pat, yeah.
They really killed people on that
Yeah.
show, right? That was real.
Well, I think
Who's your favorite Sopranos character?
Okay, well,
Adriana, right?
No, the wife.
Oh, really?
The wife.
Carmela?
Yeah, Carmela.
Really? You don't hear
Yeah.
that too much.
Tony Soprano.
Just the right amount of crazy.
Who's your favorite character on The Sopranos, Tim? Tony Soprano.
Tony Soprano.
Go with that.
I went through the whole seasons, and it was kind of like one of those things. And one thing about movies,
You don't remember him.
I go through them. I love them. I enjoy them. But
And
as
you
far
move
as
on.
the lines and no one else. I mean, Old School. I know some good lines from that one.
The movie Old School?
Yeah, the movie
Your old school guy?
Yeah, my favorite. Yeah,
Good movie.
Well, anything like with Will Ferrell, he's good.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's like
Memorable.
a humor that like Alex just looks at me like, why would you laugh at that? And I'm like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's a
Sometimes
different type.
skews a little bit more male.
Yeah,
of course.
I mean, I can sit there and watch Elf like every season that I do because Christmas is Christmas Vacation, and Elf. I got to get those in at least one time.
No diehards. You're not a diehard Christmas person.
No, I like it. I just
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
That's the debate.
That's the debate. Yeah.
I guess you got to say it is, right?
Most people do. I mean, there's Christmas is involved, but is it like a traditional Christmas? It's become a Christmas movie,
It
but
has.
I like
How that started.
I like it when they start. I like it when they start like doing them 24/7, the same movie, and just keep going over and over and over.
Yeah.
But
Well, it just
some
goes to
some
show.
more restaurants, please put them up. Meredith, Oaks, Davis,
Farm,
beat
Davis.
all their other.
Some more restaurants. Well, let me shake
go
it
ahead.
to the back
Fatal
of our.
Attraction.
This is our recent
Fatal Attraction. You must
April issue. So in our April issue, you not only get a nice income tax cocktail that we're giving you all as you file your taxes.
They got any tariff cocktails?
Right.
I know it's interesting,
Tariff
right?
teeny.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll come up with that. But yes, we have a little food piece we're doing. It started monthly just recently, the past 2 issues. So in April here, we have our writer, Mr. Bites, giving us the down low on some of his favorites. So we've called this piece Hidden Gems. Maybe it's hidden for some of you, maybe not so hidden for others. But one of my favorites, again, right in my neck of the woods off 41. Have you ever been to the Peruvian restaurant Lima?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a good place.
it's fabulous.
Yeah, that is a good
If
place,
you guys,
actually.
if you out there, if you like ceviche, pisco sours,
Yeah.
the asotado, the steak. What is it again? The asotado. I
Don't-
forget what it's called, but that's amazing.
I know their ceviche is great.
This
yeah.
is
looks phenomenal.
Sendo Cafe, which is right off Fifth. I believe it's the same ownership that owns the new Japanese. Well, it's not so new anymore, but the Japanese by Cafe Milano, and then Tang Yin by Unidos. And this is just nice. This is like very traditional Japanese light. Just a simple dessert. Just a simple dessert. And I lived in Asia for a few years. So when I took my my son was born there. So this is nice for us. And
Is it
they do the boba teas and
Yeah, I like the boba
Thai milk
teas.
teas and things like this.
Sure.
And then this is Only Doubles. Have you guys ever had an Only Doubles burger yet?
I have not, no.
Okay, Only Doubles. So they do pop-up locations.
Oh, really?
That's cool.
Yeah,
I
so
like
they're
that.
So give me an example
See
of
if I
where
can
they
tag
could
them.
pop
Only
up.
doubles?
Yeah, so they have been at the beer right next to the Oaks Farm there.
Okay, on
is it Brooks Beer Market? Is that what it is? I think. I should
by
know this
Oaks Farm.
better.
I'm
yeah.
not sure. I just tagged them though.
Okay, yes, that's right. He writes it right here.
Only
so usually
doubles.
setting up tent outside or of chill beer spots like Brookside Market on Davis near the Gateway Triangle. He in particular likes the Wu-Tang named RZA and ODB Smash Burgers.
You had me at Wu-Tang. That was a hip hop group in the
Yeah.
90s, Tim.
So there's some new tips for you guys, and they'll pop up at some other locations too. So
only doubles. I gotta
keep an
try
eye
that.
out. We've got some
the Wu-Tang burger.
May is our ladies issue coming out soon, so we've got some restaurants we've picked for the ladies, some ladies' nights to go to with your girlfriends, your mother, your daughter, what have you, and then we'll do the same for the gents. What should we feature for the June gents issue? What do you think?
Yeah, I know exactly who to feature. You know, you could do it
as far as restaurants, or
as far as restaurants. You can tell me who else.
There's a bunch of them I like. You know, I laugh, but you know, I go pretty much to any place that sells pizza. Okay. So I like my favorites, Cosmo's. Obviously, my buddy John Luca runs that or owns it, and then but I'm just thinking for a guy's place. You know, I'm just trying to think of a good place. I like you know, over Mercado because you can go to Hampton Social, sure. You can go have something to eat there, then you can go over to Rocky Patel's and have a cigar, chill out there. So that's kind of a good thing. And you know, getting food into Rocky's doesn't really have that option, but once in a while, if you get with Brandon, they can do a little snack on the side. So that's a good. That would be a good place to do something too. Yeah,
I think Trulux comes to mind.
Trulux is always great.
The French, can't go wrong at the French.
I'm just trying to think of something. Yeah, just
how about steak? Favorite steak? You know,
men's steak. That's good.
Andres.
Andres, I was gonna say.
Yeah, Andres.
34 years, never been to Andres.
What?
Never been.
Oh my gosh, we have to go.
All right, let's do it.
We have to go. You know what's almost, okay, I shouldn't say even better, but just as good as the steak there? The lamb.
Oh, really?
I love a good
How about lamb chops?
I love a good lamb.
Yeah.
Love rack of lamb.
It's great. I
Maybe we'll
I don't know if the proprietor, do I understand? I don't know. Did he used to work at Peter Luger's?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe there's
Once
some.
Upon a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely takes on
it's definitely that style.
Peter Luger style, slicing
old
it up.
school.
Favorite steak, Outback.
Outback is pretty good. I mean,
I used to spend some time there.
Mike Esposito.
I know.
I dropped my son off at CCD lessons as he's preparing for communion, and it was near. Well, this is where it goes wrong a little. I would go to Outback for happy hour.
Which one?
You know, you can't beat it. $5 martini.
Which Outback?
Right there, 41 by Freedom Square. There, yeah.
I worked there for a manager for about 7-8 years. Yeah.
You were at Miller's too, right?
I was at Miller's. Yeah.
That was another one of my.
It's good, and like you said, anytime you can get a drink for $3-4. I remember Miller's used to have the $5 Tito's. Wasn't Tito's, I think it was Absolute. I don't know what it was back then, but I'm like, all right, you want to double it? Yeah, why not? Sure, I'm not driving. I'm good.
Like the $1.25 Pabst Blue Ribbon can too. $5 MTD drafts, PBRs.
Hey, you got to go for the bargains because listen. This is how I do it. I don't know if my brain works like anybody else, but probably not. I'm sitting there, I'll go, all right, I can have 4 drinks here or 1 drink there. I like there, but let's go with the 4 here. And then I can Uber home. I'm good. And that'll take care of it all. It's logical, right?
It's a business decision.
It's a business decision at that point, right?
Depends your state of mind, and,
Lois
what you're up for.
Absolutely. The French, your mom that jumps
the French is great. Derona's is good too.
Yeah.
Ingrid.
Yeah.
So many good choices. I mean, we're spoiled. I was closing down Continental last night, so I don't know if I'm looking like
the Continental.
Continental's good. Yeah.
Look at you,
Continental, fancy.
Oh,
you went from the Continental to
hanging out.
239.
Continental and 239. We're really scraping the barrel.
I should have brought you guys some leftovers, some steak and eggs.
I'm just, it's okay, but I'm just saying the last 2 shows, someone brought us Dunkin', then someone brought us bagels before.
My bad.
No.
I brought you magazines.
You brought us the magazines. You got the
brought
magazines.
us your presents.
Not edible, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Presents.
Not yet.
We need to get some shirts too for people to come in, I think, and all that stuff,
A lot of stuff to
a lot of stuff we ponder and work on.
Well, I've got to get going on some of my kit too. So
it's tough, right? It's like time goes by so fast. We're already in the middle of April.
I know.
And I'm like, I better get my taxes done.
Yeah.
That would be good, Tim.
In Florida, we have till May
Yeah, we got a little hurricane extension, something like that. Yeah, well, my accountant always calls me, and he's a great guy, Tony Lindstrom. Tony, if you're listening, big shout out to you. But yeah, so I usually file late.
Yeah,
or do an extension. Yeah, but I pay all my taxes, so yeah, we're good.
That's good.
But
we got Easter coming up.
It just stays busy.
Yeah, Easter is coming up around the corner. So what do we think? Are people? What's season looking like this year? People sticking around after Easter?
I don't. I see a lot of car carriers.
Easter's late, so it usually keeps people around a little bit longer. But I don't think after the 20th, I think it's
going to die down big time. But there's still a good majority that now stay in Southwest Florida year round, so it doesn't die off as much. But
absolutely. I've cross-referenced the distribution of my distribution routes of the magazine, and 60% are now year-rounders. I mean, we've seen some interesting trends over the years. Obviously, post-COVID, but then hurricanes, insurance rates, mortgage rates. You guys know all the trends that came from that. But
a little bit more about that. The magazine. Where can we get it? What's the?
So I'm going to start sending them to you guys here. So the thing about this is that we're not subscription based.
Okay.
You can email, write me, Instagram, Facebook. If you do want to be added to the distribution list, I'd be happy to. Our whole methodology is we target in the areas that I mentioned: downtown, East Naples, South Naples, down into Marco, up Collier towards Paradise Sports Center, and so we target homes in that geography.
Mm-hmm.
So residences, we're mailing out to 7,500 residences in that area, and then 500 businesses. Now the businesses can range because some people are traveling. Obviously, you might want to partake in a service. Let's say it's a spa, in Central or North Naples instead. So as far as advertiser mix wise, it just depends on where who you're looking to target and where your consumers potentially come from, where they're driving to visit you for your services.
That's a good looking magazine. Yeah, we'll have some.
It feels
here on
good.
display.
It's substantial, and Chris is in here.
We
got a couple threads. We got. I just kind of want to go through some of the people in here because
absolutely.
That's why I was looking. Art, that's why I was, FC Naples.
We got FC Naples.
Rebecca's great place. So it's good to go through these things and just get it out there.
I saw Dani Papa in one of them too, right? And he wrote an article.
Actually, in this one, So Dani
was supposed to be at the studio today, but he couldn't make it.
Well,
he went bed late.
You know what Dani's doing right now. So
I know.
He's prepping, and we have to give a shout out for this today. So Dani and I tonight will both be at the Naples Puppy Prom at the Cove at Paradise Sports Center.
Did they plan it that way for National Pet Day, or it just happened to fall?
I think it just happened to fall this year. They brought it forward because last year we did it in June. Obviously, June's a bit warm.
Mentioned that earlier, and I put it up real briefly, but let me see if I can go back and find it.
So it's to benefit a nonprofit called Wags to Wishes. So at the event tonight, there will be auctions, raising funds.
Here we go.
Yeah, you got it.
Right here, is this it? Yeah, the Chicopee. Thank you so much for sharing that. You're always on top of things.
That's right.
Okay, there we go.
There it is. Yeah. Doggies from DAS. That's right. So there will be a few there that people can actually adopt.
Wow.
While it is called Puppy Prom, unfortunately they do ask you don't bring your own puppy because they want the dogs that are up for adoption to have some love and care.
Sure. The puppy prom.
Yeah, the puppy prom. So a friend of mine, Miss Edna Mae Seymour, a veterinarian in town, new mother, busy lady, but she found the time to put this together with her partner. With her friend Jess, and this is the second puppy prom.
Wow.
So Dani, so speaking of which, Dani will be painting there, a live painting session.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He actually,
he does some good stuff here at the studio.
Yeah, Dani Papa, we love Dani Papa. Yeah, he gave me a sneak peek.
Look at that. Phenomenal. Well, and here was Dani's piece at my first ever, my inaugural issue in November.
Can we get that?
Yeah,
let's
go.
Real quick. Can we get that up there? Let me just put that up there, and hopefully it'll stay.
So this was an article he wrote on the back of our Bayshore Arts District fashion show. So back in late August of last year, Amanda Jaron and the nonprofit board of the Bayshore Arts District created a fashion show where we raised funds to try and bring more artists to the Bayshore Arts District.
Sure.
So raised somewhere in the neighborhood of $45,000-$50,000, and they procured space above Key Foods in that plaza there at the corner of 41 and Bayshore. So Dani wrote a piece on that, and it actually went towards this publishing of this went towards him being able to get his thesis. Or it was for his thesis, for his master's, rather.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
And his sister's in the pic, too.
That's right.
She's extremely talented.
Yeah, she is.
She makes dresses out of recycled material.
Yeah.
Like she'll make a dress out of public.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
She'll make a dress out of public shopping bags, and it'll look phenomenal. Yeah, no kidding.
And that was the theme of this whole show. It was called Embellished Art, so it was all about recycled and upcycled fashion.
Okay.
So, so it was perfect. Yeah. Yeah, perfect.
And they'll be at our Built by Becker art pop-up exhibit on April 23rd, 6 to 9 p.m. at Becker Custom Builders showroom. So hope you can join us.
There. Yeah, you guys mentioned it to me. I'll be there.
Yeah, we're going to have a little pop-up podcast.
Dawn, can I put you on live just for a second? On live, Dawn's coming into the studio to do her podcast. Dawn Blass
podcast studios filled all the time. Politic and Larry Love can't even
Thank
get
you
in
so
the
much for
studio
coming on.
no
You
more.
look great today. It's Friday.
Good morning.
Funtime Friday. We are live. Thousands of viewers right now.
Yeah.
Thousands of viewers. So, yeah, we're having a good time.
A lot of people watching.
Thank you. Diana's in there.
Okay, I didn't get to ask. What is this for?
We're just silly.
What's that?
Yeah.
Patrick came and he's got an unloaded gun. And
just don't use it on me.
There's no bullets. That's his natural reaction, right? Law enforcement.
Yeah, right. Yeah, natural reaction is like, I don't think I want to drop anything.
Earlier, when you guys were talking about the accident at St. Matthews, I drove by that yesterday.
I'd have to look like a heck.
Yeah, it was airport was backed up for 20 minutes. I live in Wapping, like I said, I live in Bayshore Arts District, and so I live 5 minutes from the Naples airport. I was heading to for some meetings with the lovely gentleman from Elite Jets, and I was like, so sorry guys, I swear I'm like, I'm never late. You know, I've been here now early both times, and so I was like, there is something really weird going on at St. Matthew's house, I mean, there were 10 fire trucks, ambulances all over. There was quite a whole scene yesterday morning, because then you had a whole bunch of helicopters heading east, though, too. So I don't know.
I didn't see the helicopters.
Yeah,
I was down that way about that time. I got 11:45, a little bit later.
It was about that. Yeah.
It's and Cedric was down there covering. I thought that
you've
was
already
mentioned
that.
Yeah. Oh, it was funny. I think that's a great guess. I think Cedric has got a really good opportunity.
Cedric had Edna from Wags to Wishes on in his mocha filming he's doing now. Yeah,
Moke Taco.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's always got.
Yeah,
he's always got some good stuff.
Myself and Larry were on Moke Talk. That was cool.
Yeah.
Cedric, let's get Jen on Moke Talk.
Maybe
make that happen.
Let's do it. Hey, what a good Friday we had today. Jen, it's so good having you. Lois
Bolin,
flowers. Michelle Albergo.
Gotta go deliver flowers to Mama Becker.
Flowers. Yeah, we gotta get those flowers. Yeah, and God knows Blake's gonna need to play Julie. Oh, who's flowers?
Mom.
I just want to make sure we make sure everything's good. Yeah. But thank you so much for coming on. You're wonderful. We loved it. The magazine, everything. It's an honor to be on here.
Absolutely.
And we're getting a little Dave and Joanna to send us out. We're having a blast. Now, when we leave, what we got to do is we always got to point at the camera right below the 239, and we are